Good evening, good morning. Depends where you are, which time zone. I'm in Europe, but my today's guest is in completely different time zone. So it must be 1 p.m. there, where he is now. I'm continuing my art talks, my weekly series. And my today's guest is Daniel Mazzone, Canadian artist famous for his colorful and distinctive style. Daniel creates portraits which are very beautiful. If you follow his account, you will see, but I'm pretty much sure maybe you know about him. And every piece is like a large complex puzzle. By the way, I think 2 weeks ago I had another Canadian artist with me, Callen Schaub. And if you didn't have a chance to see the live video, you can still see the recording on my IGTV account. So let's get back to Daniel. People say that he is a new Andy Warhol. And I was at one of his shows in Miami, Art Basel, in one hotel, Life Is A Circus, and I've heard like really amazing reviews about his works. And what really makes his work so unique and popular among collectors and art lovers? Let's talk to Daniel and find out everything from him. Yeah, I'm sending you a request, Daniel. You will receive it. Adding you. In a few seconds, Daniel is going to be with us.
I'm here.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Hey, Daniel.
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm so bad at this stuff. Can you see me?
Yes,
Hold on.
we can see you.
Okay. Wow. The screen is blank for some reason. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, now like your screen is frozen, at least for me. I don't know what about if the rest can see you. Maybe your reception is not.
One sec here.
We need 5G. Daniel left. That's it. Okay, let's invite him again. Technology. Yeah, in one of my art sessions, I had very bad internet. The connection was so bad. It was so annoying. So at least I think now from my side, the connection is pretty good. Let's hope that Daniel's is good too. So we are waiting till we connect to Daniel. We send him a request. I'm doing well, thank you guys. Pretty good, enjoying summer. Last month of summer. Daniel, we sent you a request. Please accept it. Why is he unable to join? What is it? All right, let's see. Hello from France. Hello, France.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, Daniel.
You won't even believe what I did. I actually poured paint all over my phone.
No way.
Yeah, my phone's been a little bit dodgy. I was painting the other day and I got paint all in the speakers and all this sort of thing.
You know, it happened to me with my earpods. I thought like I don't like my white earpods, and I painted them, and they stopped working.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh man. Yeah,
so
I
now it
just
works.
yeah, the earpiece doesn't work. I don't know. It's the life of an artist, I guess.
Probably you put some paint on
How
it
are you?
as well. Yeah, it happened to me before. I know
Yeah,
what it is like.
yeah. I haven't
Yeah,
seen you since Art Basel. How's things? Good?
yeah, things are good. I don't know if Art Basel is happening this year.
It's
Not sure
canceled.
about it. Have you? It's canceled. That yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
very
canceled,
unfortunate.
but well, I'm going to be down there still. I think that a lot of artists are still going to sort of do their own thing. But as far as the conventions and all that sort of thing, they take so long to prepare that I
Yeah,
find that the organizers just said forget it for this year. And just to be safe as well because these crowds are so big.
yeah. We don't know like what's gonna be
Yeah.
happening in December. It looks like the station is still not great. So tell me, like, how did you spend the lockdown? Were in Canada or
Uh,
creating some
uh,
art pieces? I saw your
yeah.
beautiful Yumi sculptures in different sizes and colors, and the children are
Thank
the
you.
future pieces.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Well, I've actually been much busier. Well, I'm always busy, but there was just no distractions now. So there was literally making artwork day and night every day, which was a nice distraction from, being in lockdown and not being able to see people. But it also allowed me to, create pieces that were emotional to what was going on and maybe how people were feeling. So I did a little bit of I don't know, I'm sure you've seen in some of the emotion series to do,
Mm-hmm.
pictures about some of the different emotions people were going through, maybe the different experiences. And I used the materials that I collected all over the world. Oddly enough, in January, I went to 11 countries collecting materials and taking photographs around the world.
Yeah, I
And
saw you were traveling around the world. Did you have a world tour? What was it
yeah,
exactly about?
so
I saw you went to Machu Picchu at the same time I was there.
were you there? Wow, that's
Yes, I
cool.
was there in January as well.
Wow, it's hard to breathe up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so difficult. Like I spent 2 nights in Cusco, and
Yeah.
I felt so dehydrated and not enough oxygen. You
I didn't think
really
I was going to
feel
wake
that.
up in my hotel room.
Yeah, it
I
was not
because
easy.
it's weird. You're laying in bed and then all of a sudden you're out of breath,
Yeah.
like you just walked up the stairs. It's very strange. But so what I did was, I know a lot about my artwork, and a lot of people, they see the art that I do and they appreciate the way it looks. But I wanted people to see more of how I started doing the artwork, why I create it, what it means, and the work that goes into it. So I'm working on creating a documentary. So we filmed the whole month away all around
Yeah,
the
you're
world.
filming the documentary. What is it about?
So the documentary will be about my life growing up, how I learned artwork with my mother, and then how I became an artist and how I came to where I am now, but also the meaning and the stories that go into the artwork, what they mean, so people can really appreciate not just the artwork, but really understand me. And I think if you understand me, you'll get the artwork even more.
Yeah.
So I've been working on that. I just finished a 60-foot piece for an airport. The sculptures have been. I find people have been purchasing more artwork now because there's been a lot more home time now. So
Yeah.
people are doing their houses, which is it's been a blessing for me to be able to be busy. But other than that, just thankful that my family's healthy, and I'm glad you're okay, and I'm hoping everyone else is
Hmm.
doing okay as well.
Yeah. How did the current situation affect your vision of the world, art business, and the future? And did you have any solo shows or exhibition that have been postponed due to the lockdown?
Yeah, so I had my Art Basel shows. Just it's not going to happen this year, but I'm going to do some events like cocktail parties at houses and stuff in Miami, which I'll let everybody know about. I had a show in London that I was going to do in May. but
Yeah.
they're a little bit worried about where things are going, so that's been on hold. Well, right now, sometimes I say everything happens for a reason. I was a little bit depressed in the sense that, a little bit of uncertainty in the future. I love doing my shows. They're
Yeah, because
exciting.
you plan things and then
Yeah.
things got canceled. It's a little bit upsetting.
It's so exciting
My
to do
show
the
got
show so
canceled
much.
as well. So
I know. It's upsetting, right? I mean, you get excited
it
for these
is.
things. It's great to make the artwork, but then, to see such an event where everybody's having a good time and hopefully they're loving your artwork as well. It's really nice. But, so a little bit of uncertainty into where the world is going, but I think everything is going to work out just fine. And right now I'm actually working on a luxury furniture line. So it'll be like a
Oh
Mazzone
wow, that's
furniture.
something new.
Yeah. So there'll be like plates, tables, chairs. Do
So
like
is it collaboration or is it your new
yeah.
venture or it's collaboration with some brand?
It's a luxury Italian brand. I'm not supposed to say the name yet because we're still going through paperwork now. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to Milan in September to work with the design team but we have some cool surprises coming up. It'll be awesome.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty
So
excited about it.
tell me about your artworks. How does it start? Because it's so unique and it consists of the variety of fragments. How do you find these fragments? How do you choose a hero for your artwork? Sometimes you use
Yeah.
celebrities, but do you use random people or your friends in your art?
Right. Well, actually, I've been doing not many of iconic people. I go through stages with my artwork, and I think I've told the stories with iconic people that I want to do. I mean, people ask me for commissions now and then. Now I've been doing random people I meet or just stories I want to tell and just, sort of create someone that I want to tell a story through. So I'll give you an example. Going to Peru, meeting some of the people
Mm-hmm.
that were there, I got inspired by my trip, and I took photographs and collected materials that I thought that would, sort of explain the history and the culture of Peru, and I created a woman out of it. So that's what I do is I collect materials in order to tell a story that I want to tell through a person's skin.
So
I
like
was
collected
homeless.
materials. Sometimes you use newspapers, comic books. I also noticed, I think you use your own photographs that you take different
Right.
of flowers, especially. You love
Yeah, I
flowers,
love.
to use flowers.
Well, my mom, her name is Rose, and she always loves flowers and drawing flowers. So I think I got a little bit influenced by that. There's actually roses in every artwork I make. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but it's sort of something I put in there. Um, yeah, I mean, I have newspapers from the 1600s all the way up to now, collecting old
So where do you
artifacts.
find these materials? Is there special places
It's
you're associating it?
yeah, of course. I can't tell you these
It's like an
things.
old bookstores or
Nah, they're vintage shops, old bookstores. There are a lot of collectors, private collectors that,
markets.
yeah, markets. I told, I made a piece called Natalia, and that was from my trip to Cuba. So, example, I went there. It was a little bit of a sad trip to see what communism's done to the country and to the people. And I wanted to be able to tell the story of how beautiful a place Cuba
I
was at
love
one point.
Cuba. It's so
Still
unique.
now, Cuba is stunning. The people are amazing now, but the communism sort of, taken the
It's
country.
still there.
Yeah, it's taken a toll on the country. So I wanted to show, the history of when Spain ruled and how beautiful the buildings were and how intact it was to what communism has done throughout the artwork. And I went to a market there and I found all, old posters from the wars and all the propaganda posters, cigar boxes from the 1930s. So I used all these materials in order to tell the story inside my artwork. So that's just an example of something that I would do.
So you created already that kind of artwork? Can we see it on your Instagram?
Uh, Yes, yes, it's on my Instagram. It's got a like a full gold background. Um,
Maybe a
there should be
car,
actually,
a
no,
Soviet
actually,
car.
no. Actually, you can see it. There's if you scroll way down on the page, I did like a block of photos. It's the only one that's like a bunch of photos altogether. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the one that I made from that. But yeah, that's sort of what I do. Collecting materials around the world to share my
So
dreams and
how long does
my
it
vision.
like? Yeah, how long does it take to create one piece? How long does it take to collect the materials for one large scale artwork, and then to put the things together as a puzzle,
Yeah,
to pour resin on top?
that's tough. That's I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I would say hundreds of hours because there's all the the research and the traveling and then the making. I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, I mean, this is why I'm doing artwork 7 days a week.
So
Yeah.
what are the most difficult technical solutions you encounter in your practice, and what challenges
Yeah.
are you dealing with on a daily basis?
Well, challenges are not so much. I mean, I think as an artist, we always try to push ourselves further to create more intricate pieces, to become better, to make things that are different, and to continue to grow. That way, people don't get bored with you. I think that's the challenges, not challenges, but those are the things that I sort of think about throughout the day. I mean, other than putting shows together, those are different sorts of challenges that can be a little bit stressful but fun as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest part for me is growing as an artist is something I definitely I try and work on every day.
So what would be the mission of your art? What stands behind your art?
Oh, like
Does it have any message?
yeah, so it does have a message. So I lived on the street for 5 years, and I always used to think that people would judge. I think naturally sometimes we will look at someone and think, oh, maybe they're just lazy, or it's just so easy to judge someone quickly. But so now, I believe you should really just look at people and maybe wonder what their story is or where they came from. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people on the street that I would say most of them have mental health issues or abuse at
Mm-hmm.
home or drugs or whatever it is. But I think all walks of life. So I said, wouldn't it be nice if the story of your life could be told on your skin like a tattoo? So I started
Mm-hmm.
making my characters and paintings like tattoos with their skin where it would tell their story. And I said, if that were the case, then people would see your story and never judge you. They would already know. So
True, because
that's
life
the
is
message.
so fast nowadays. Sometimes we miss
Yeah.
out so much, and we don't have time to look inside the person and to find out who the person really is.
Right.
So it's
Yeah. So
amazing
I
that
think
your art can tell the story.
yeah, that's the message. Stop to really understand people and really try and see through. Sometimes we put masks up or walls up or whatever it may be, but I think it's good to really try and search within people and find out the real story.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, when did you start painting and creating? I heard your mom is an artist and a
She's
sculptor.
great.
Uh,
Yeah.
my mom is the same as an
Yeah.
artist and a sculptor,
Cool.
so I was doing ceramic from an early age. I think
Oh
you did
wow.
as well.
I
Yeah,
did.
so
Yeah.
since I was, I think, 4 years old, I was making ceramic sculptures and
Wow, that's
painting
cool.
them and then selling them, making small money when I was a child. That was
Wow.
pretty
I
cool.
never sold any of my ones from when I was a kid, so you got one up on me there.
So
Yeah.
now
I mean,
you're selling at least now. That's important.
yeah. No, thank God. Listen, for me, it's just about being able to wake up and do something you love every day. I think is really special. And even if you don't have a job you get to do that's something you love every day, I think it's important to find something that you still love to do in general every day. Too many of us spend all this time just waiting for maybe the 1 or 2 vacations we take a year to be excited for, but maybe find something we're excited to do every day.
Yeah,
Life's
so
too
tell
short
me
to
about
do
this.
something.
Yeah, Yumi sculptures, they're pretty cool. There's some a new hero who is this cute little big sometimes 6 foot tall
Yeah,
rabbit.
yeah. So
Who is
so
he?
that character, well, the character was supposed to represent. It's a child wearing bunny rabbit pajamas, actually. So it's supposed to represent the child that becomes himself, the person who they're supposed to be, no matter what people say, even if it means wearing bunny rabbit pajamas every day, you do it. You know, don't listen to anybody. Become the person you want to be. So now I'm also working on different characters. So there'll be a dragon. There's going to be same character, same boy, or it's not a boy, it's not a girl, it's just a general character. So it could be anybody. So there'll be bear pajamas, dinosaur. There's going to be all kinds of stuff, and then eventually turn it into a children's toy, so children all over the world can have it.
So you'll do different sizes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so one is pretty big, like 6 feet, I think.
Yeah. So there's a 6 foot and a 4 foot right now. Yeah. But then I think I'm going to do
Yeah.
some that are a foot, 2 foot, and then toys as well.
Mm-hmm. And what are they made of, those sculptures?
So wow, they're
Which
pretty
material do
intense.
you use?
Inside there's a metal structure, and then there's aqua resin and ceramic, finished off with like really high-end paint, collaged face, and then
Mm-hmm.
polished at the end. Yeah, there's a
So they
it's a
must
lot of
be
work.
pretty heavy.
The 6 foot, I believe, is 190 pounds, and
Mm-hmm.
the 4 foot is about 50 pounds. Yeah, yeah, they're heavy.
Amazing.
I'm working on one now for a train station that'll be 10 feet tall.
So it's a public art.
Yeah, that one will be, I think, 1,500 pounds or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone was just asking, do you use it as a public art? So yes, he's working on a public art object. But you also do street art, and you do murals on the buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, I do murals on buildings. Like I said, I just did the airport. Now there'll be public spaces with the sculptures. Uh, yeah, now the furniture, the movie. I'm just drowning myself in my dreams, making them all come true, hopefully.
I really like the Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
mural. And
Oh, cool.
the face looks like it's a collage. How did you do it? Like, is it painted?
What, well, you collage, no, you collage the building. You collage
Oh,
the
you really
building, and then the balloons were spray painted. And yeah, so it's paint and collage.
but
Yeah.
how did you fix collage? And so if it
Well,
rains, so it doesn't.
it's a special material that I use that lasts outside. It's like melted to the brick. So I get a special material that I use to collage it, melt it onto the bricks, and then paint around it as well.
Yeah, because I was very curious which materials you use, because it didn't. I
Yeah,
wasn't sure that it's a paint. It's
yeah,
all painted because it's so many
yeah,
details
yeah,
in it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, those are fun to do, but there's a lot more of those coming out for sure.
Great. I was very also interested to ask you about your collaboration with the Nick Sider. I had the
Oh yes,
interview with him two weeks
right.
ago, and
Yeah,
it was very interesting artwork you did, because your styles are so different. Yours is so
completely different.
vibrant,
Yeah.
colorful, and pop, and his hyper realistic with his portraits of animals. So, are you? How did this collaboration work?
Well, how did I meet Nick? I think he might have come to my show. We both connected. We're both Canadian, and then
Yeah,
uh, and
he's
then we're out, and
Canadian.
then we're actually both living in New York, and I just love his artwork, and I thought I always loved the idea of my style and super hyper realism together, because they're both just so complete opposites, but I think they complement each other as well. It kind of reminds me of like those old movies like Roger Rabbit that were, the cartoons living in a real life. So I thought it would be great for us to do a piece, and I think he's a great guy. His art's out of this world.
Yeah, it's
So I
beautiful.
thought, it would be nice to do something together, which we did.
So, any plans for further collaborations, maybe with Nick or someone else?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always open to it. If I think the art, the artworks will complement each other, then definitely.
Yeah, maybe now, not during the lockdown. Is it
Well,
still a
yeah, during
lockdown there in
it's
Canada?
getting better. Well, yeah, I was in New York. I came back to be with family. The lockdown is, it's not so bad here. No, no, I think 1,300 people have it in the whole country.
Yeah, not bad. Because now in so many places there is a second wave and they're closing again the countries.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if I believe all these numbers, to be honest with you, but anyhow,
yeah, we'll
I don't
hope
think,
that it's not gonna touch us and it's not gonna affect us any longer.
yeah, I just hope people are okay and people are staying healthy I just feel bad for a lot of people's businesses and I just hope the government's kind of figure things out sooner than later.
I'm just reading the question of one of our viewers. Daniel, do you create a portrait with animals or wildlife?
Well, I did the one with Nick, which was with the lion. I'm doing,
But do you make yourself portraits of animals or only people?
no, usually just people, forests, florals. Yeah, I usually like to do people or florals. I don't tend to do the animals so much just because, if I did an elephant for PETA charity, and yeah, because I could tell the story of their company and what's happening with the animals. But I don't really do too many because I mean I don't know how many stories I could tell with animals. So I
That's
try
not
not.
your specialty.
It's not my specialty. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is next? What is the artwork you're working at now at the moment? Or you are making a
Well,
few ones?
I'm making a few. I'm making a few. I'm making. I got a bunch of commissions right now. I'm making Gord Downey for someone. I'm doing floral. I'm doing. Man, what am I doing? Elizabeth Taylor. I'm doing a couple of sculptures. I don't know. There's so many. I can't even
So
remember.
if
But
someone wants a collage portrait, can
yeah,
they commission your work? If
yeah,
someone,
of course.
for example, sends a photograph, says like, "I want a portrait of myself from Daniel Mazzone," that can be
Yeah, of
done.
course. I would say 50% of my work is commissions now because people see the artworks I make, they love them, but maybe they love the way it looks, but maybe they don't connect with the story as much that's within the artwork. So I think what people do is they want same sort of look, but maybe a story that they're connected to. And I'll do it. I do the commissions as long as I feel passionate about it as well, because if I'm not passionate about it, then the piece is just not going to come out great. And I don't want to do it
Hmm.
because it'll feel like work. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like work when I'm doing something that I love.
Someone just asked if you like digital art and what do you think. And by the way, when you create your portraits, do you use any program on a computer to put the things together, or
No, nothing. No, no,
no?
no.
You don't use
No,
technology.
no. All my stuff. No, I don't like. I don't even know how to. I barely knew how to get onto this interview.
That's true. That's true.
No,
We believe you.
there was no technology. It's all. I build everything like a sculpture. Piece by piece. It's a puzzle. I
Hmm.
prefer it that way. I don't know. I appreciate technical art and digital art. I think it's really cool. I don't think it's ever something I would do just because I'm not great at that stuff. So I think I kind of just stick to what I'm naturally good at. I think let the experts do what they're good at. So
Hmm.
yeah, but I do love digital art. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But does social media help you to sell your artworks? Do you feel the impact of social media?
Uh, Social media helps in this. Yes, it does help sell your artwork, and I'll tell you why. I mean, people come to the shows and they videotape, or you and I would do interviews like this. But I think it's also the great thing about social media is like we talked about before, people get to connect with the artist. So if they see, a little bit of your
Yeah,
lifestyle,
because you see an artwork sometimes and you don't know who is standing behind
right,
an
right,
artwork. People like to see the
yeah.
process and
And I think you understand the artwork more. But then, especially with the Instagram stories, you can see, if they're funny, you can see a little bit of the work. You can see, me cooking and this sort of stuff. So you get a little bit of the personality in there as well. And I think that, helps you connect with the artwork as well.
yeah.
So yes,
And the
I
last
think social media
question,
is great.
yeah, from our viewers, what is your dream project, if you have one?
Wow. I would love to create a giant piece for a museum, kind of like Picasso with Guernica. Something massive and something with a great message for the world, like he had done. I mean, it's just he's such a great artist that I look up to, and I hope to be able to do something like that, and maybe one day have my own giant exhibit at a museum. Hopefully, while I'm
Why
alive.
not? We believe in you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for having
Thank
me
you,
as well.
Daniel,
I
for your
appreciate it.
time. Thank you
Thank you.
for being a part of Artist Talk, and have a great day and
Thanks.
create more.
You too. Thanks.
Ciao.
Bless everyone. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.